Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Simply Financial Athletic Center for tonight's OCAA women's basketball matchup. It's a big one here tonight. I'm Noel Vogel, alongside me in the return of Alex Vanden Hack to the commentary booth. Glad to have you here once again tonight. It's the Niagara College Knights taking on the Lambton Lions. We have a little bit of a delayed start. Lambton struggling to get through all that weather we had today. A lot of rain and slippery snow throughout the afternoon that caused some issues with their bus, but they're here now, and we're getting set to get underway here for this matchup. NC currently sitting in second place in the West Division, 11-2 on the season. With a win tonight that will tie the Humber Hawks for first at 12-2. Lambton, the reigning OCAA champs, just sitting in that final home playoff position. They're in fourth in the West with an 8-5 record, and they need this win tonight with Fanshawe crawling down their necks here, Alex.
Absolutely. You make the point of Fanshawe crawling right down their necks. 7-6, Lambton at 8-5, trying to get that last home playoff spot because home court's a big advantage. We saw today with Lambton falling behind, getting here probably about 45 minutes ago. That's a big disadvantage here as we're just about set to get started. But Niagara, they've done what they need to do to get a home playoff game. Obviously, they're going to try and go for the #1 seed here, but Humber does have the tiebreaker.
So Lambton coming into this one in fourth position, as we mentioned, and haven't quite had the season they had coming off winning the OCAA championship last year, but still such a force to be reckoned with. So many returning players on this roster, including Maddie Bishop, who knocks down a triple here early on. A lot of three-point threats on this Lions team, and a steal from Bishop. She'll have to bring it back out as Harrison was right behind her. Drops off for Pretty, who knocks down the mid-range jumper. Quick 5-0 start for the Lions.
Well, they may only be 8-5, but they are the champs for a reason. So maybe coasting in the regular season a little bit, but I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
Coming into this one on a 3-game win streak. Here's Paquin up top for Rousseau. Bell, cross-court pass, the Lions in a 3-2 zone to start off. Mitchell with the take to the cup and drops it in for the Knights' first basket.
Lambton, in their last game against St. Clair, really only played 6 players with Maddie Bishop leading the way. Brianna Pretty with 32.
Blocked by Mitchell on the perimeter, and she'll get the outlet pass. We'll have to collect ourselves and wait for some help. You talked about Brianna Pretty averaging just under 18 points per game this season. Harrison lines up a triple, just bounced off the rim, and the rebound comes out to Goffer. Pretty, last year's player of the season, and just such an incredible player. She's had so many accolades here in the OCAA in her time here in her 5th and final season for the Lions. Rousseau underneath with the reverse layup. Sweet find from Taryn Mitchell.
Absolutely, what a dish from Taryn there.
And Maddie Bishop as well, who's bringing up the ball now. Former All-Star here in the OCAA West, and she's helped lead this team as well in her 4th season with the Lions. Here's Goffer. Driving in, floater, too strong on the touch, batting around her own rebound. 18-footer, knocks it down, Brianna Pretty. So both teams firing early on here. Here's Bell, corner 3, Mitchell lines it up. Off the front rim, rebound from Bishop. It was knocked away by Mitchell, but collected once again by Wilson. Here's Blackbird now. Pretty, hesitation move to the basket with contact, able to finish up at the rim, and Pretty early on here has got 6.
I'll tell you what, she can move like a guard playing that wing position.
Harrison drops it off for Paquin, finishes with the contact, and 1. And a chance for Deepak to get a 3-point play the old-fashioned way here at the line. And the free throw's good, so the 3-point play converted from Destiny Paquin. Blackbird into the front court for the Lions. Leading by 2 here, nearing in on the halfway point of this first quarter. It's been lively here early on. Wilson attacking, too strong in the layup. Rebound brought down by Mitchell. Mitchell slows things down, guarded here by Bishop. Drops it inside for Paquin. Contact, no call. As Pretty went straight up that time and forced the miss from Paquin. Here she is downhill, attacking on Harrison. She's going to get fouled and go to the line and shoot a pair.
I think in this one with Brianna Pretty's size at 5'9", and she can obviously move like a guard, I expect Kimbo McKenzie to throw a ton of bodies at her because Destiny Paquin was guarding her on a couple of possessions ago, but she doesn't have the foot speed to keep up with Brianna Pretty.
Kate Roth going to check in on the start of this first free throw for Brianna Pretty, as she knocks in 1 of 2. Sawyer Fisher also checking in for Lambton. Known for playing heavy minutes off the bench for this Lions team, as Pretty goes 2 for 2 from the line. Again, this trap up on the midcourt forces a turnover. Blackbird will drop it off for Pretty. Working in, hesitation, passes to the corner. Wilson, guarded by Bell, trying to gain some room. Blackbird now steps back for a long 3, came off the backboard, batted around, and it's corralled by Bell. Outlet pass for Harrison, all the way down, fouled, and she couldn't finish. Just rolled off the edge of the rim. She'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
Beautiful pass there from Lexis Bell, finding Janie Harrison there. You won't see that very often. Janie just leaving it short, but she'll go to the line for 2.
Harrison had 21 points last time these two teams met in NC's win over in Sarnia. And of course, these two teams meeting in the OCAA semifinals last season, where Lambton came out victorious on their way to the gold medal. And it was that year when NC was able to take home bronze in the bronze medal game. We'll see Irmont Destiny as well as Asia Strawn check in for NC for their first minutes here in this first quarter.
Asia Strawn's had a nice last couple games or so coming off the bench with a little bit of pop.
On the inside, kicks out for a long 2 from Wilson. And too strong that time. And a good rebound from Strawn. Here she is down in the front court. Skip past Bell. Nice move, driving into the basket. Too strong on the floater. And the rebound pulled down by Bishop. Over on the far side is Besselaire up top for Bishop. She just checked in for Lambton. Bishop, fadeaway 3, came off the back rim and collected by Roth. And Rousseau will take things into the front court as we reach the final 5 minutes here this first. Rousseau driving in through traffic, off the right iron, that time on the floater, and the rebound pulled down by Fisher. Ahead for Pretty, Euro step move, left hand, left it short that time. Destiny trying to draw the foul, she will. And it looks like it's going to be on the floor, a blocking call. And we'll see Goffer check back in, Griffin Lack-Shane checking in for Alexis Bell, and Taryn Mitchell comes in for Rousseau. Strawn on the inbound, gets it down for Destiny, rolls just off the front rim. And Fisher pulls down another rebound. Here's Goffer. Pretty guarded by Strawn, will hand off for Bishop. Pretty lines up a right wing triple off the rim. And the rebound pulled down this time by Destiny. Destiny stripped, but it's going to be a foul. It's going to go against Bishop. And that's going to be her first personal. So quick start to this first quarter, Alex, but it slowed down a little bit on both ends of the floor. Both teams coming up with a lot of misses on offense.
Yeah, Niagara actually has had a few good chances, but just kind of left a few layups short.
Here's Strong. Inside high post for Destiny. Nice move. And an easy finish at the rim for her first points here tonight. That flash in the zone, able to create that room for Irma Destiny, and she took full advantage of it. Blackbird's going to be fouled on the floor. It's going to be the first against Asia Strong.
Well, when you're going against that 2-3 zone, that's, like you said, right where you want to go. Go right into the middle, or into the corner for the open three.
So inbound on the baseline, Blackbird will get in. That's a long two from Bishop, and she came up short. And Strawn able to pull down the rebound and draw the foul. That one going against Pretty. That'll be her first. And that's going to put NC in the bonus here with 3:42 left in the quarter. Fifth foul on Lambton in this first.
Definitely something that Niagara will have to take advantage of. Brianna Pretty averaging 9.2 boards this season for the Lions.
So Strawn knocks down the first, and she's on the board here tonight. And the second good for Asia Strong. She goes perfect from the charity stripe. 13-11 NC leading. They have 6 different scores here in this first quarter. Lambton only 2. Pretty and Bishop making up those 11 points. Here is Brianna Pretty. She's got 8 in this first quarter. Bishop guarded tightly there by Mitchell. On the switch, Pretty to the corner. Blackbird triple off the rim. And on the rebound, there's Taryn Mitchell. Mitchell coming across the timeline, trying to make a move into the paint. She lost it on the way there. Fisher will have to pull things out. She'll drop it off for Bishop. A 3 off the right rim and pulled down by Strong. Janie Harrison getting ready to check back in. Mitchell will line up a 3, knocks it in. And the Lions that time leaving 22 with too much room, and she knocks down the first triple of the game for NC.
Team Mitch from T-Town with the trace. 5 points on the game here so far, leading the way for the Knights, also with 3 boards. So a good start here for Taryn Mitchell.
So Lambton, after their fiery start these last 3 minutes, they've come up short multiple times on offense, and now NC with a 5-point lead here in this first quarter.
Well, they're starting to convert on those chances that I had mentioned, where they've left a couple of shots short, but Taryn Mitchell, hand down, man down, knocking down the open trace.
So NC early on in this game, 1 of 3 from 3. That was their first triple knockdown. And Taryn Mitchell leading the way for the Knights scoring-wise with 5 points. She's got 3 rebounds as well. And since that string of points from Brianna Pretty when she scored in her first 3 looks, she had 6 points early on. She's got 8 right now. NC's really slowed her down. We'll take a look at that earlier bucket from Destiny Paquin. She's one of the 6 scorers here in this first quarter for NC on that and 1. And was able to convert. She's got 3 points here in this first. So 2:48 here left in the first quarter. And out of the timeout, NC going to put a little bit of pressure in the front court. And they'll drop now into a 2-3 zone here. So they're matching the Lions as ball swung over to Wilson. She came up short. Rebound by Pretty. Another opportunity for Lambton. That's going to be a travel as Simone Wilson picked up her pivot for that time. So a turnover from the Lions. That's their first here in this first quarter.
That's kind of concerning considering they're down 5, and that's, like you mentioned, their first turnover of the game.
Only shooting 4 of 17 in this first quarter. They've been struggling to finish early on. Here's Lackshane, triple off the back rim. Long rebound came out for Wilson. As we close in on the final 2 minutes here. Blackbird, lots of room. Long two, puts it in. And it's back to a 3-point game here. Mitchell looking down low and through the hands of Destiny. I think Pretty might have got a touch on that one, which forced the confusion from Destiny underneath. And a turnover again from the Knights.
Good effort there from Taryn Mitchell. Destiny wide open in the paint, but you'll take those.
So Marissa Besselaire checking in for Lambton. Janie Harrison coming back into the game here in this first. Here's Besselaire. Guarded by Lackshane, 9 on the shot clock. Turns it over, a nice steal from Strawn. Poked from behind by Blackbird, and she's able to get it right back for the Lions. And turns it over as that ball was out of bounds. Good pressure from Lackshane, able to force that turnover.
Well, she forced 2 turnovers there with the steal and forcing the out of bounds, but Griffin Lackshane here really making an impact. We know how good she is defensively, but right there just showing off her value on that side of the floor.
Oh, the touch pass from Harrison went right in between Mitchell and Lackshane. Both who looked open for a corner 3, but a turnover again from NC. So it's back to Lambton basketball and a chance to tie it here in this first quarter. Here's Coffer. Trying to get Pretty on the roll, but a little too heavy on the pass, and Mitchell turns it right back over. NC hurting themselves here. Pretty, Bishop, wide open triple. Long rebound, and Blackbird able to keep it alive for the Lions. Drops it off for Bishop. Gets a screen from Pretty. Pretty, free throw line jumper, too strong. Rebound batted out. Destiny's got it. Up for Strawn. In behind the defense. Works off Bishop. And finishes at the cup. And NC taking back a 5-point lead here. Pretty. Last offensive opportunity this first quarter for the Lions. Blackbird driving in, trying to go down low. Bounce pass turned over. Strawn's got it, but was tied up that time. With Besselaire, it's going to be NC possession, and they'll get the last chance here with 12 on the clock. Mitchell will take it across into the front court, guarded by Bishop. 5 on the clock. Hesitation into the paint, drops it off. Strawn, too strong on the basket. On the finish, pardon me, and it's pulled down by Pretty. That's going to do it for the first quarter. NC leading by 5, 18-13. And was a quick start offensively for both teams. Slowed down in the latter half of that quarter. Brianna Pretty still leading all scorers. She has 8. Maddie Bishop with 5. Was struggling from beyond the arc. 1 of 4 in that first quarter. Taryn Mitchell has 5. Asia Strawn off the bench with a nice 4. And it's a 5-point lead for the Knights. And other than the turnovers there in that first quarter, Alex, a pretty promising start for NC.
Absolutely, and NC had some points against early the hot start from Lambton, but defensively they really, really tightened down. And a very, very impressive first quarter.
So as we wait for the start of the second quarter, we'll like to welcome some very special guests here tonight as we have the girls basketball team from Welland Centennial High School with us in the stands this evening. Thank you so much for coming out and cheering on your Knights. Always appreciate all local teams coming and supporting the college here at NC. And it's good to fill the stands here once again on this Friday evening in these 2 heavy hitters in the OCAA West Division.
Potentially some future Knights here in attendance, Noah.
Taking a look at that hard basket from Asia Strawn, able to shrug off Maddie Bishop and finish at the rim. And again, we talked about a little bit during pregame and how much of an impact she's had off the bench. A couple of really big games, and she started off this first quarter with a nice 4 points. And looking to continue to bring that impact off the bench for NC. We'll get ready for quarter number 2 here. 18-13 NC leading.
Asia Strawn in her last matchup against Conestoga on the 24th, right here in this building, 13 points on the 5 of 8, excuse me, from the floor.
So key for the Knights to have that depth off the bench, and she's brought it here in this 2024-25 season. Here's Pretty. Aaliyah Pereira checking in for the first time here for the Knights. Lambton back with their starters on the court. Pretty working in on Harrison. Left-handed hook came off the side of the backboard. Great defense there from Harrison. Rousseau driving downhill, drops it off, and Bishop reached over the top. It's going to be a foul. And Paquin's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
That's now Maddie Bishop's second personal foul of the game. She's averaging 14 points a game, 36% from 3, so got to keep an eye on that down the stretch, and got to remember that in the OCAA it's 5 fouls to foul out versus 6 in the NBA.
So Paquin goes 2 for 2 from the line, and she's got 5 now. Pretty. Over to Wilson, gets it back over to Pretty on the top of the key. Working side to side, stepping back for a triple. That one off the mark. And Rousseau will slow things down here. The Knights up 7. Rousseau on the inside, mismatch for Paquin. She's double teamed, trying to get rid of the ball, and they're going to call her 3 seconds in the key. So another turnover here to start the second quarter for the Knights. Blackbird will be the main ball handler here on this offensive possession for Lambton. Gets a screen from Goffer inside the paint, trying to find some room. Drops it off for Bishop. Pretty lines up a deep 3. Came off the left side of the rim and pulled down by Pereira. Rousseau trying to find Paquin on the inside. It was tipped, able to corral the ball, and she turned it over. That's 8 turnovers now for NC. Here's Pretty. Bishop on the handoff. Wilson gets a screen from Bishop. Gets the return feed. Pereira bit. Wide open layup, and Bishop smacked it off the backboard, and the rebound pulled down by Harrison. She's fouled. And the foul going to be on Simone Wilson. That's her first.
You mentioned the 8 turnovers. Potentially could be problematic for the Knights, but their defense has been so good here. And to be fair, I think 3 of those, now 9 turnovers have been dead ball turnovers.
Lambton has created a lot of second chance opportunities off of turnovers. They also had 3 offensive rebounds in that first quarter, but NC's held them to shooting 5 of 24, 1 of 9 from 3-point range. As the story early on for this NC lead has been their defense. Bishop gets a screen from Pretty. That's a long 2. Came off the side of the backboard and pulled down by Wilson. Pretty. That one's a 3. Too strong. Tied up between Goffer and Paquin. It's going to be NC possession. And Lambton and Janine Day going to call a timeout here. Their second here of this first half, and they just have not been able to get things going offensively, continuing to struggle from the field.
You're absolutely, it almost feels like they're trying to be too pretty. It seems like they're almost giving the ball to Brianna Pretty and telling her to take us home, which you can do sometimes with the best players, but it's not going to work every single time. You look at Niagara in this game, there were 6 scorers in the first 6 minutes of the first quarter. So we'll get a replay of that last point.
Again, they've been able to create offensive rebound opportunities, but have not been able to take advantage of them. And Paquin able to pull down that rebound and get tied up, which led us into the timeout. But top two scorers right now for the Lions. Brianna Pretty shooting 3 for 9 from the field. Maddie Bishop 2 for 9. And a combined 1 for 7 from 3. But we know players like them and their ability can heat up really quick, and it could cause a problem for the Knights. But so far, NC doing a great job shutting them down. Rousseau into the front court. It was kept in by Pretty. What a save. Here's Wilson all alone working in, and that's going to be a travel. So the Knights get away once again as they turn the ball over, but able to create a turnover right back. Harrison over to the near side. Pereira trying to go down low for Paquin, who's batted out of bounds. It's going to be NC basketball.
Aaliyah Pereira getting some time here early on in this second quarter. Kimball McKenzie going through his tools in his toolbox.
Here's Harrison able to shrug off Bishop. Wide open three. Rousseau. Rebound brought down by Pretty. And she's looking to push here. She'll drop it off. Bishop, fake, sidestep triple. Off the back rim, long rebound comes out for Pereira. And she's stopped there by Bishop, tied up, and it's going to be Lambton possession. And Ermwan Destiny, as well as Taryn Mitchell, will check back into the game.
Lambton still hasn't scored yet here in the second quarter. We just passed the 3-minute mark, 3 minutes in, and only 2 points in this quarter coming by Niagara.
Both teams struggling to find points here in this one. That's a long two from Pretty. Came up off the back rim and rebound from Rousseau. Here's Lexus Bell back into the game. Mitchell driving downhill on Blackford, throws up a wild shot. And Destiny trying to keep it in, but it's out of bounds offense-y. It'll be Lambton basketball. 2 substitutions now coming in for Lambton. Fisher as well as Newcomb going to check in. Kate Roth going to check in as well for the Knights. As Blackbird takes this one across the timeline. Steal from Rousseau, got her hands in on that pass. She finds Destiny in transition, and Blackbird got her hand on the ball, but also made contact on the way up on Destiny, so she's gonna go to the line and shoot 2.
That was very, very close. I didn't quite see any contact, but there's a reason why I'm not an official, Noah.
So the first off the back rim for Destiny. This is her first trip to the line here this evening. And the second is good, so 1 for 2 from the line is Destiny. She's got 3 points now. And that foul going on Blackbird, that's her second personal, and that time Destiny's going to get called for a foul. Never mind, it's going to be on Lexus Bell, so that'll be her second personal.
The last time Niagara scored a layup was at 47 seconds in that first quarter, so nearly half a quarter's worth of ball without a made field goal.
Wide open look for Newcomb. She came up too strong, but it's batted out and a second chance opportunity for the Lions. Pretty wants it in the corner. She's got Roth on her, trying to twist and turn. Steps into the paint. Tough. look, and she's fouled by Bell. So Pretty's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. So pardon me, that's the second now on Lexus Bell. As the first is good for Pretty. So they're going to give the foul to Kate Roth. So that's her first personal. And Pretty goes 2 for 2. Those are her first points here in the second quarter. She's got 10, the first in double digits.
First points for Lambton in the second quarter.
Rousseau gets it across for Bell, gets it back. And we'll set up the offense up top here. 2-3 zone for the Lions once again. Skip pass, picked off by Pretty. And she's looking to push here. Here's Bishop. Bishop drops it off for Pretty. Blackbird open in the corner, lines up a triple. Too strong, rebound. And it's going to be last touch off a line. It's going to be NC basketball. And Brianna Pretty's so good at picking off those passes. She's got a number of steals here in this first half. And no surprise she was Defensive Player of the Year back in 2023 for the West Division. Just one of her many accolades here in her OCAA career. Strawn turns it over as Bishop took that one away. 6-point game. Here's Pretty. Driving in, scoop layup, bounces around and in. And Brianna Pretty finds some points here in the second quarter, and it's back to a 4-point basketball game. Kimball McKenzie going to take a timeout, and he's frustrated with the amount of turnovers NC has given up. That's 14 now in this first half. In that last one, just a little bit too lackadaisical as Strawn got into the front court. We'll take a look at that last play for Pretty. Had Rousseau isolated, and not much you can do to stop number 11 as she's able to find that tough left-handed layup. And she's got 12. She leads all scorers here in this first half.
Yeah, pretty good defense there from Jamira, but this offense here by Niagara has gone ice cold. I mean, you could say the same thing about Lambton as well, but the last field goal made for Niagara was around the 47-second mark in that first quarter with an AJ Strawn layup. Since then, just 4 made free throws for Emerwan Destiny and Destiny Paquin. So this offense really struggling here.
Credit to both teams. Their defense has been excellent in this first half, and it's led us to a low-scoring first 2 quarters here. 21-17, NC leading past the halfway point of the second quarter. Down low, Destiny bump, finish, and came off the front rim, but she's fouled. And she'll go to the line and shoot 2 on her second trip. It's going to be the second personal on Wilson.
This whole game, Niagara's done a good job of getting fouled. The next foul committed by Lambton will put Niagara in the bonus for the rest of this quarter.
The second free throw from Destiny will be number 11 on the game so far for NC. They've gone 10 for 11 from the line. So taking advantage of those trips to the charity stripe. And it's given themselves back a 6-point lead. Here's Goffer. Bishop guarded by Rousseau. Looking for the screen from Fisher. Trying to gain any room for Rousseau, who's locking down Bishop in this corner. Shot clock winding down. It's going to be a violation. Goffer couldn't get the shot off. So NC able to force the turnover on some excellent defense from Rousseau, able to force the shot clock violation. Rousseau lob pass for Lackshane. She'll get it back. Roth with a mismatch. Fisher came across and she fouled on the shot. So Kay Roth going to go to the line for her first trip. And like you mentioned, now NC in the bonus here.
Still with 4 minutes left to go, so definitely Niagara will have to take advantage of that. They've shot 11 free throws so far, not including Roth's 2 that she'll shoot here, but Niagara's only attempted 14 field goals here in this game. You mentioned the turnovers, 14 turnovers, but you could also give credit to Niagara. Only 4 points off turnovers for Lambton, which if they had that going, this would definitely be a much closer game.
So 2 for 2 from the line for Kate Roth, and it's an 8-point lead here for NC. Bishop almost threw that one away. Fisher trying to look for Goffer down low, and a turnover from the Lions. The Knights really crunching down here on defense, and have only held Lambton to 4 points in the second quarter, coming from Brianna Pretty. Roth kicks it out. Strawn almost lost it, came off her foot. Rousseau trying to get it down for Roth. Turning, firing over to Destiny in through the lane. Came up short, got her own rebound, and Fisher able to take it back, and the Lions will slow things down. Blackbird hands off for Wilson. Wilson, open lane, can't finish on the layup, it's batted out. And Strawn will take it, she's got Rousseau with her. Rousseau driving with the left, contact from Blackbird, no foul. And Rousseau came up short that time, as the Lions able to get back on defense. Blackbird, Euro to the basket, too strong on the layup. And Strawn's gonna slow things down, Kimball McKenzie. Trying to get his team to run a play here. They've been the better offensive team here in the second quarter. Strawn triple, came off the back iron, batted around, and Roth got the offensive board. Almost turned it over to the corner, that time stolen by Wilson. Wilson surveying the D, driving right, finishing at the cup. And only the second made basket for Lambton in this quarter. They got 6 points here in the second. Black Chain down low for Roth. Baseline jumper, too strong. And the rebound into the hands of Bishop. Goffer kicks it cross court for Blackbird. Both teams looking to make substitutions here on this next whistle. Blackbird driving in. Lots of contact and a steal from Destiny. Strawn now. Working in, spinning, firing, and puts it in. Asia Strawn with a nice turnaround jumper. She's got 6. She leads all NC scores.
That's the first field goal in nearly 10 full minutes. Asia Strawn making the last one at the 47-second mark in that first quarter, making it 18 to 13, excuse me. All the other offenses came from the charity stripe.
It's crazy to think that, and NC still leading here now by 8. Lambton bringing back in Brianna Pretty as well as Marissa Besselaire. And NC making 4 changes as Mitchell, Paquin, Harrison, and Bell return into this one. Final minute here of this first half, and blocked up at the rim by Paquin. Goffer was running out of time on the shot clock, had to get a shot up, and Paquin able to reject her attempt, and what a move from Harrison, spinning to the basket and finishing on the left hand.
Pascal Siakam-esque.
That's Janie Harrison's first field goal here tonight. She's got 4. Chance for a 2-for-1 for the Lions. They come up short on that triple. The rebound pulled down by Bell. A little over 9 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Harrison driving in, lost it for a moment, able to kick it out. Paquin wide open 3, came off the front rim. And the shot clock now turned off. Final 16 seconds here for the Lions. Pretty hurrying into her spot, and she knocks down the mid-range jumper. And Kimball McKenzie going to use his last time out here this first half, and he'll try and draw something up with 10.9 on the clock. 29-21, NC still leading.
I'll tell you what, Noah, if you told me coming into this game that Niagara would be up by 8 with 22 seconds left in this first half, with going, 9 minutes without a field goal, I would have thought you were crazy. But that just shows how incredible this defense has been by Niagara to limit Lambton to only 21 points. As we'll get a replay of that spin move, Siakam-esque from Janie Harrison. But obviously we can talk a lot about the offense, but the defense has just been probably the best defensive performance I've seen from the Knights in person, at least.
Well, NC with the least amount of points against in the West Division so far this season. And by a long stretch, almost by 100 points. The next is Fanshawe. And they've shown their defensive prowess here tonight. They've shut down a lot of the top scorers for the Lions. Leading right now, Brianna Pretty. She's got 14, which is a lot here in this first half, but shooting only 5 of 12 from the field. Harrison, swing, Lackshane. Rebound pulled down by Bell, but that is the end of the first half. And NC is going to go into the halftime break with an 8-point lead, 29-21, a low-scoring first half. And it's really on the back of both teams playing excellent defense. The Lions have been forcing a lot of turnovers, 15 from NC in that first half. We'll take a look at some of NC and their scoring there in that first. Asia Strawn, she's got 6 points. She leads all scorers for the Knights here in this first half. Maddie Bishop with 3 points, shooting 1 for 9 from the field for Lambton. But again, a player who can really find herself when given a lot of space. She can turn up in the second half, and she's going to need to if Lambton's going to want to come back in this game, Alex.
Absolutely. We talk about Brianna Pretty, who's been efficient with 5 of 12 shooting from the field, but you look at the other 2 scorers for Lambton, Maddie Bishop, Simone Wilson, Legacy Blackbird, 1 of 9, 1 of 5, 1 of 7. That's, if my math is right, that's 3 of 21 combined, which is not efficient.
So we'll send it to the halftime break with NC leading by 8. We'll be back for second half action, and while you wait, you can check out the cash contest, which is coming up momentarily. It'll give one of our lucky fans here in attendance a chance to win $1,000. So we'll be back after that for second half action of the Knights taking on the Lambton Lions. So welcome back for second half action between the Niagara College Knights and the Lambton Lions. NC leading 29-21 after the first half. And both teams struggling with different sides of their game as Mitchell lines up a three. She comes up short. Lambton has been very inefficient from field goal here tonight, 8 of 36. NC has really hurt themselves with 15 turnovers in that first half, Alex.
Absolutely. You mentioned 36 field goal attempts from Lambton, only 23 attempted from Niagara, but the key stat is 12 of 13 from the line for Niagara, as that one's turned over. But like you said, turnover is a huge part in Lambton's offense so far.
Euro step from Mitchell. She comes up short on the layup. Here's Blackbird. Both teams have been playing excellent defense, but neither team has really found their offensive stride here as Pretty comes up short on the jumper. Here's Mitchell. Paquin with a mismatch on Blackbird, but Pretty came out to help out and able to rip that one away from Deepak. Here's Pretty outside for Goffer. Blackbird driving left, quick to the basket, but too strong on the layup. And early on here, both teams, again, haven't been able to find their stride offensively. Mitchell, once again looking inside, she'll fire a three, puts it in. Taryn Mitchell, her second triple here tonight, both times. Just a little too much space from the perimeter. She'll say thank you very much as she knocks down her second.
And both from the right wing, knocking them down.
She's 2 for 4 now here tonight. Here's Goffer. Paquin playing tight D, and the screen came across from Pretty, and she pushed off on Paquin. And an offensive foul going to go against Brianna Pretty. That's going to be her second personal. And Lambton also struggled with fouls. They had 10 in that first half, went into bonus both times. In the first and second quarter, they gave up 13 free throws, and NC's able to knock down 12 so far. Nice feed from Harrison. Paquin down low, and she's fouled by Goffer. That's going to be her second personal, and Paquin's going to go to the line for her third trip here tonight. Already 3 for 3 from the free throw line is Destiny Paquin. She's got 5 points here this evening. And make that 6 as she knocks down the first.
Talk about Taryn Mitchell's three-point shooting here today. She's really struggled this season from downtown, only 15%, but 2 of 4 from downtown here today and 1 of 3 in her last game. If they can get her three-point shooting going, that's going to be a very, very welcome sight for the Knights as they make the push for the playoffs.
So 2 for 2 from the line for Deepak. 5-0 start to this third quarter. Blocked by Rousseau as she rejected Blackbird. Pretty with the steal, left-handed layup. Able to scoop it up and in, but what a rejection from Rousseau. Lambton able to fight back and get their first points here in this third quarter. Stolen again from Pretty. Wilson driving into the hole, and it came off the foot of Paquin. It's going to be a kickball violation, and will be Lambton Lions basketball.
Well, Brianna Pretty showing why she won Defensive Player of the Year in the West Division in 2023 as Lambton will take a timeout here. But if Lambton wants to come back in this game, they're going to have to get someone else going offensively other than Brianna Pretty. It can't all just be her. She's 6 of 14 from the field, 4 of 4 from the stripe, 16 points, 6 boards, but 7 points coming outside of Brianna Pretty for the Lions. We'll get a replay of Taryn's trace, but Lambton down 11 here. It's not over yet, so if they can get someone going, they've got a chance.
And defensively, she has had a handful of steals in this game and a couple early on here in this third quarter. And she's been doing it on both sides of the floor, and the rest of the Lions have been struggling with their efficiency here in this game. Annie Bishop second in scoring with only 3 points. Is pretty able to add to her tally with that layup on that steal. And it's an 11-point lead here for the Knights. Will be Lions basketball out of the timeout on the baseline.
Talk about Maddie Bishop. She's averaging 14.5 points this season on nearly 36% from three, so look to get her going.
Only 1 for 5 here tonight. Here's Pretty. Harrison on her, gets a screen from Blackbird, gets the switch, driving to the left once again, and finishes off the glass. So good, going either way. You think force her to her offhand, but she's finished really well here to start this game, as Paquin on the left that time, able to drop it inside the paint. But Pretty with the ability to finish with both hands. Has shown her elite level scoring here in this one. She's got 18 now. Looking for it again. Blackbird gets it back out for Wilson. Step back three. Off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Mitchell. 4th rebound here tonight. Euro step to the basket. Too strong. Off the backboard. Harrison tried to keep it, and she stepped out of play. It'll be Lions basketball. So here's Blackbird across the timeline. Wilson driving into the paint, kicks out for Bishop. Pretty, top of the key, guarded by Bell. 7 on the shot clock. Steps back out to the perimeter, guarded closely here by Bell. Trying to get anything up, she's fouled. And they're gonna call it in a shooting motion, so Pretty's gonna go to the line and shoot 2.
That was pretty good defense there from Alexis Bell on the most part there. They keep, I think with Brianna Pretty, you almost just always have to have a body on her at once, because she's so quick and she has that elusive first step to get by her defender, but she'll go to the line, turn it from there.
So she knocks down the first, and she's 5 for 5 from the line. Make that 5 for 6. Blackbird with the offensive rebound, tries to kick it out, and Mitchell with the steal. Going downhill, foul at the rim. And a hard foul from Brianna Pretty. Mitchell quick back to her feet. She's going to go to the line and shoot 2. That's the 3rd personal on Pretty. And the first trip to the line for Team Mitch.
Well, that's really scary for the Lions, because Brianna Pretty, she's got 19 of the team's 26 points. So if she were to foul out, then that might be the nail in the coffin for the Lions.
Mitchell knocks down the first. And the second rolls around and drops in. So Team Mitch into double digits now. She's got 10. 5:30 left here in this 3rd quarter. NC continuing to add to their lead, up 12. Wilson lost the handle, able to collect back near half court. Tries to give it for Pretty, and it's going to be a turnover as Destiny was all over her.
Yeah, Coach McKenzie made that adjustment at the free throw line. You could hear him yell to Destiny to cover Pretty, and she did a great job there forcing the turnover.
Down low for Bell. Double teamed and turns it over as Fisher got her hands in, able to strip that one away, and Bell's going to pick up a foul. And Griffin Lackshane's going to check in for Encine on the other side. Cassandra Newcomb going to check in for the Lions. Blackbird guarded by Strong. Fisher out on the perimeter. Low post for Blackbird, working in on Mitchell. Drop step to the right. She's blocked by Mitchell. Great defense that time from double twos. Here's Lackshane. Got to get it over half quickly. She does. Here's Mitchell. Looking for the screen from Paquin. Decides not to use it, drops it off. Strawn, mid-range jumper, comes off the rim and rebound from Bishop. Pretty attacking, kicks, Blackbird three, knocks it down. And that's exactly what the Lions need, is to find success from outside as Blackbird knocks down her first triple. And she's got 5 points here now. The Lions have had a lot of good looks from beyond the arc, just haven't been able to put them in that first half, and they've got a three now here as we take a look at that Blackbird triple. And forces the timeout from Kimball McKenzie. It's back down to a single-digit lead. NC up 38-29 with 4:23 left here.
Well, the Lions have done a pretty good job to keep it somewhat close, besides in that first quarter, of course, but not quite super close, but it's always been competitive, doing a good job of bending but not breaking here. With 4:23 left to go here in the third, you have to think a run from Lambton, even if it's a small run, is going to have to come sooner rather than later.
Well, it's still a 9-point lead for the Knights, but Kimball McKenzie electing to use a timeout to shut down any momentum early here and not let Lambton get back into this game out of the timeout. With 4:20 left here in the third, it's a 9-point lead for the Knights. Lambton into a 3-2 zone now. Paquin down low, got bumped and turned it over as Bishop lets that run out. So out of the timeout, NC comes up empty.
That's turnover number 19 there. Wow.
Too many turnovers. You're stumbling your words here, Alex.
I don't think that's why.
Here's Pretty. Driving in on Destiny, drops off for Fisher. Easy layup up at the rim. Pretty drawing in the defense and able to dish off. And she's got 2 assists here tonight.
Well, now it's down to 7.
Mitchell gets a screen from Paquin, driving into the zone, drops it off. Destiny cutting in. Perfectly played by Taryn Mitchell, able to find Destiny. And she finished strong at the rim. And it's back to a 9-point game. Pretty on the left wing side. Driving baseline, floater off the back rim. And the rebound pulled down by Destiny. Paquin. Hands off for Strawn, back to the top, Black Shane. Corner, Mitchell, wide open triple, too strong. Long rebound comes out for Bishop, that's her 6th. Bishop trying to dish it down low for Fisher. It got away from her for a moment, and Black Shane able to tie it up. It'll be possession Lambton. NC going to make a triple substitution as Russo, Roth, and Harrison comes to the game, working Goffer in for the Lions.
A bigger lineup here with Roth, Destiny, and Harrison trying to contain Brianna Pretty.
Trying to get it down low for Pretty, and Harrison kicked her foot out. A kickball violation will give Lambton a reset shot clock to 14. Pretty, up fake, trying to drive in on Harrison. She shuts her down. Gets a screen this time for Blackbird. And a foul is going to be away from the ball as Pretty knocked down the jumper. So shot clock reset back to 14. Lambton basketball on the sideline. Destiny coming across, able to tip that one out of bounds. Gofford inbound. Pretty will collect out on the perimeter. Fisher trying to get position. She's guarded by Roth. Kicks out for Blackbird. 3, too strong. Rebound from Roth. Rousseau working on Bishop. Driving, kicking, cutting. Harrison finishing. Harrison's been a little quiet here offensively in this one, but she's got 6 points now on 2 of 3 shooting. Goffer trying to hand off for Bishop, able to get it to her. Back up for Pretty, ball got away from her. Bishop holds it, but turns it over for Harrison. Lackshane running onto that loose ball into the corner. Rousseau slowing things down now as NC sets up with the final 2 minutes of this third. Destiny guarded by Bishop. Lost the ball momentarily. Roth able to pick it up. Almost turned over. Harrison with 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up long 2. Too strong. And the rebound by Fisher. She'll give it off for Blackbird. It's not like Janie Harrison to only have taken 4 shots so far in this game, but she's been excellent on the defensive end. As that ball comes loose, Shane diving for it, and it's going to be tied up. It'll be NC possession. And Lambton going to make a double substitution as Besselaire checks in as well as Wilson.
Well, to your point about Janie only shooting 4 shots, I think the Knights just in general, they haven't attempted a ton of field goals because they've either been turning the ball over or have been going to the charity stripe. 17 free throw attempts compared to Lambton's only 6.
Only 32 shot attempts so far in this game for NC. They've knocked down 12 of them so far, just under 40%. Roth turns it over as Blackbird able to take that one away. Final minute here of this third. 11-point game. The Lions trying to head into the fourth quarter. A little bit closer to the Knights here, but they come up empty. 2-for-1 opportunity for the Knights in the final 45 here. Here's Rousseau. Skip pass for Lackshane. Trying to get it down low for Roth, and Maddie Bishop got her hands on that one, able to take it away. Corner, long 2, knocks it in. And Lambton back into double digits as Besselaire knocks down her first shot. Five-second difference between shot clock, game clock. Harrison in the high post. Trying to work down low. She's hit hard. She's going to be fouled. And that's going to be the third on Wilson. It'll send Janie Harrison to the line for her second trip here tonight.
I think it's only a matter of time, Noah, before Janie Harrison gets going here.
She knocks down the first, so 3 for 3 from the line now in this game. And the second is good for Janie Harrison. She's got 8 points. Final shot here in the third quarter for the Lions. 8 on the clock. Bishop, deep 3, came off the rim, pulled down by Harrison. Up for Rousseau, half-court heave, too strong. And that's going to end the first 30 minutes of action here between the Niagara College Knights and the Lambton Lions. NC leading 44-33. Brianna Pretty still leading things scoring-wise. She's got 19 and 6. Blackbird was able to knock down a 3 in that quarter. She's got 5. Maddie Bishop with 3 as well. And Taryn Mitchell, the only in double digits for the Knights. She's got 10. Destiny Paquin with 9. She's been excellent here tonight. And Janie Harrison with a quiet 8. So far, NC have really limited their turnovers a little bit in that third quarter. They had 6, still a lot for their standard, and it's turned into 12 points out of their 21 turnovers in total. But Janie Harrison beginning to get more looks on offense. One of those coming on that play right there. 2 of her 8 points here tonight. And again, the struggle for Lambton has been their efficiency scoring, and they're continuing to put NC at the line. They've had 19 free throw attempts, knocking down 18 here in this game.
Absolutely right, and it's been kind of by committee here for the Knights. Like you mentioned, Taryn Mitchell leading the way, but when you look at Lambton, Brianna Pretty, 19 of the team's 33 points. Need to get someone else going other than Brianna Pretty if they want to win this game. But we talk about Janie Harrison, her last 4 games or so, she's kind of been struggling a bit. Last game against Conestoga only had 5 points, which is not like Jenny at all. You go back to the 22nd at Fanshawe, only 12 points on 5 of 18 shooting. So you don't usually see Janie in a slump like this, but it's a matter of time before she gets out of it.
So as we near in on the final 10 minutes here, Lambton led here by Janine Day, former Coach of the Year back in 2023, OCAA gold medalist. Last season, to try and will her team back into this one, down 11. Taryn Mitchell trying to lead her team to another win here and tie themselves back up top of the West Division. Here we go for the fourth quarter, and Lambton will start out with possession. Here's Pretty. Bishop up top, quick three, came off the right iron, and Strawn pulls down the rebound. Didn't see a lot of Asia Strawn in that third quarter. She's back out here to start the fourth. Bell, skip pass over for Strawn. Trying to relocate the offense here for the Knights. Mitchell thought about a three. Harrison fighting for position, and she's gonna get called for a loose ball foul. And another turnover by the Knights.
Yeah, I don't like that call. I think that's just 2 players fighting for positioning.
That's the third foul now on Janie Harrison. Next one could be costly for the Knights. She's guarding Goffer here now. Poked away from Bishop, able to get it back. 6 on the shot clock, driving in, kicks out. Besselaire back to the top. Lambton having to get a shot off, just came off the rim. And Mitchell able to pull down the rebound. Strawn pushing here for the Knights. Driving in on Wilson, able to kick it back out for Bell. Bell into the lane. Paquin, mid-range jumper. Off the rim, batted down by Strawn. Mitchell with a reset shot clock, driving left to the rim, kisses off the glass. And Taryn Mitchell's got 12.
Beautiful left-handed layup there for Taryn.
Pretty guarded by Harrison up top. Here's Bishop. That pass away from Goffer, and a turnover from Maddie Bishop. .point lead here for the Knights. 3-2 zone here for Lambton. Here's Strawn. Trying to get inside for Paquin. It's stolen away. Lambton looking to push in transition. Down low for Wilson. She's trapped. Strawn trying to poke that ball away. NC thought it should have been a travel. And it's going to be Lambton basketball.
Yeah, it's good to see Taryn Mitchell get going. She's in her last 3 of her last 4 games, she's had great games. She had a bit of a stinker against Fanshawe, going 0 of 10, but 16 points against Mohawk, 18 against Sheridan, and then 15 back here at home against Conestoga. So 4 of her 5 games in the new year have been really solid, counting today, of course.
Lambton get the inbound again after it came off. Paquin up top for Preddy. Lines up a triple. It was blocked by Harrison. Got a piece of it on the perimeter. Spin move underneath for Paquin. She couldn't finish.
Beautiful pass by Taryn, though.
Bench were on their feet for that one on the NC side. Bishop trying to size up Mitchell. Driving, scooping, and finishing off the glass. And that's the first point for Maddie Bishop since the first quarter. She's got 5. Harrison driving into traffic, kicks out Strawn. Up fake. Trying to go baseline, stepped out of bounds. And another turnover from the Knights. Both teams going to make changes here.
Well, you mentioned Maddie Bishop's first points of this. Well, since the first quarter, she's averaging 14.5 on the season. So Niagara doing a very, very good job of shutting her down, but they'll also look to shut down Maddie Pretty as well, who's been terrific here today.
Rousseau and Destiny checking in. Blackbird back into the game as well. As Cassandra Newcomb, who's got the ball right now, guarded by Destiny, kicks out Wilson. Newcomb trying to get it back down to Wilson, and she's tied up here. It's going to be a foul on the ball. It'll go against Alexis Bell, I believe, which will be her third foul here tonight. And she's going to have to check out here. Taryn Mitchell back into the game.
It's actually Alexis Bell's fourth personal foul here today. She's also got 5 rebounds. So Janie Harrison also with 3 fouls for the Knights.
Bell struggled with fouls early on in this game and has only attempted 1 shot here. As she subs back out, a steal from the Knights. Rousseau. Looking for a screen from Harrison. Drops it off for Mitchell. 9 on the shot clock. Dribble drive into the paint, blocked by Goffer. And we'll dish it off. Blackbird across the timeline. Lambton still within striking distance here. It's only an 11-point game. Inside, Rousseau with the steal. She's got Destiny with her. Elects to stop up and come back to the perimeter. Here's Mitchell. Gets a screen from Paquin, driving straight down Main Street. Rebound, Harrison, and she's fouled from behind by Goffer. And Harrison will go to the line for her 5th and 6th attempt here tonight. First is short for Harrison. And the second too strong. Destiny on the offensive board. Comes off the front rim. Pretty. Looks to have got hit on the face from Destiny's attempt. She comes up short both times. And an empty trip for NC. Pretty guarded by Harrison, trying to get it down low for Fisher. Double team comes. Fisher to the corner. Bishop, close out from Mitchell. Floater came up short. Paquin able to keep it in. And Rousseau will slow things down, nearing in on the final 5 minutes here of this 4th. Harrison gets a screen up top. Switch on to Fisher. She's fouled. So NC will get the ball on the baseline. Kay Roth going to check in now.
Coming in for Niagara, number 17, Caitlin Roth.
Rousseau on the inbound. Lobs it up for Harrison. Mitchell. Baseline jumper, she got hit, but no call. And she missed the shot, and Lambton will come the other way. Here's Fisher. Back up for Newcomb, trying to get the cutting. Pretty, reverse layup, puts it in. And Brianna Pretty's got 21 here tonight.
And now back down to single digits here with 5:05 to go.
Here's Mitchell. Double team comes. Rousseau tied up. Gets it back out for Mitchell. Rousseau. Down low for Harrison. NC with 4 on the shot clock. Mitchell's got to put it up. 3 ball. Good! Taryn Mitchell. Same spot. She knocks down her 3rd 3 here tonight. She's got 15. Pretty gets a screen. Back out for Fisher on the perimeter. Shot clock winding down for the Lions. Bishop fires too strong. And the rebound comes out for Irma Destiny. She'll slow things down as she finds Rousseau. Rousseau. Pink touch kicks out for Harrison. Lines up a 3. Good! Janie Harrison. Back-to-back triples from NC. and they've regained their double digits lead. It's now 15. Blackburn kicks it out. Preddy trying to respond, too strong, and it comes out for Destiny. Destiny with Harrison up ahead. Picks up her dribble in the corner, comes back out for Rousseau. Destiny down low for Roth, and stolen away by Preddy. One-on-one, pulls up from mid-range, puts it in. And Kibble McKenzie gonna call the timeout, but the Knights up 13 after two big triples from T-Mitch and Janie Harrison. Harrison now into double digits, she's got 11.
Yeah, the three ball's really been the difference here, or one of the differences, I should say, as Janie Harrison and Taryn Mitchell shooting a combined 4 of 8 from three, and you look at the three-point shooting from Lambton. Brianna Preddy 0 of 4, Maddie Bishop 1 of 8, Legacy Blackbird 1 of 5. So a big difference from the three-point shooting, contributing to this 13-point deficit for the Lions.
Janie Harrison, we talked about, has had a quiet game here tonight, 3 of 5. But full confidence here on this triple as she knocks it down and gave NC a 15-point lead until Preddy was able to knock down a jumper. She's got 23 here tonight.
Yeah, Janie Harrison having a little bit of a down year in terms of shooting from distance, only 22% from three, whereas last year she was at 32.3.
So out of the timeouts, the final 3.5 minutes here. NC looking to hold on and go 2-0 against the reigning champs here in the 2024-25 season, and find themselves tied back once again at the top of the West Division. Almost stolen away from Goffer. Strawn tied up, came off the face of Harrison, and the Lions able to create a turnover. Blackburn, 3, too short, and the rebound pulled down from Harrison, played it off of Goffer's leg. It'll be NC basketball.
Lambton's going to have to get something going now. The clock is definitely the friend of NC.
Alexis Bell back into the game with 4 fouls. Here she is in the corner, back up for Lackshane. Roth kicks out for Strong. Harrison guarded by Goffer to the corner. Bell driving, got knocked down, able to find Strong. 4 on the shot clock, driving in, skipped through, and came up short on the floater. Bishop pushing the other way. Goffer lines up a long 2, too strong. Rebound by Strong. She's got Bell ahead of her. Gets it up for Alexis Bell underneath the basket, and she couldn't put it up and in. An air ball on the layup. And Blackbird will hurry up into the front court. Here's Goffer. Twisting on Harrison. Bell with the steal. Loose ball comes out for Lackshane. Griffin Lackshane driving in. Contact. And Wilson able to get a hand on that ball. It's tied up underneath the basket. And it'll be possession in favor of the Knights in the final 2 minutes here of this fourth quarter.
I'll tell you what, Lexus Bell might not have the most flashy stat line here today, but she is guarding her tail off here today. Definitely the box score has not shown her impact for the Knights.
On the inbound, quick trigger 3, well off the mark from Harrison. Lambton's picked up some stops here late, but they haven't been able to score. NC continuing to lock down on defense as that came off of Harrison, and she's going to check out now for Destiny, and Pereira going to check back in as well for Lackshane. Pardon me, Lackshane will come back in. Bell to the bench. Preddy also back in as she comes in for Fisher. Here's Bishop. Goffer. Bounce pass for Preddy to the corner. Wilson lines up a 3. Puts it in. A huge triple for the Lions, and they cut the lead to 10. Lambton running out of time here. The Knights just need to hold on to this lead. Strawn Driving in, kicks out Pereira, corner three. Off the back rim, rebound bounced around. Roth down for it, able to keep it alive, but Bishop took it away. Lambton needs a score on this possession. Preddy in the front court, gets a screen from Blackbird, driving into the lane, scoop over top of Destiny and puts it in. She's got 25.
I'm really surprised that Lambton's not applying more pressure here with only a minute left, down by 8.
Janine Day looking to call a timeout on this next stoppage. It's an 8-point game. If NC scores here, we'll pretty much put this one to bed. 8 on the shot clock for Strawn. Double team comes, Goffer fouls. And Lambton was still 2 more fouls to give before NC turns it to the bonus. Blackshade on the inbound, reset shot clock to 14. Strawn will take it up top. NC just needing to grind down clock here. Roth, double teamed, was poked away by Wilson. It'll stay NC ball. Seven on the shot clock, though. Get Destiny Paquin to check back in for the Knights.
Coming in for Niagara, number 21, Destiny Paquin.
So 7 on the shot clock for the Knights. Destiny in the corner, she's fouled. And that was the foul to give for Lambton. So one more, that'll send NC to the line. It'll reset the shot clock back to 14. Lambton needs the ball now. Destiny driving in, she's fouled and she'll go to the line. And this will give her a chance to pretty much ice this game here, Alex. And put it back to double digits here, 52-44, NC leading.
I'm still borderline in shock that the Lions haven't applied more pressure or even fouled earlier, because now you're down to 31 seconds, down by 8.
And it looks like a technical foul is going to be applied to the Lambton bench. So that's going to give extra free throws to NC. It looks as though it was Janine Day, the head coach of the Lions, who wasn't happy with the call on that last foul, and she picked up the technical. So frustration overgrowing here for the Lambton Lions, as NC leads by 8 here with 31 on the clock. They'll have a couple of free throws coming up.
Well, I'm sure when Coach Day sees the free throw differential, that won't be a very happy moment for her. Niagara attempting 21 free throws compared to Lambton's only 6. As the Knights will, albeit, shoot 3 more, but definitely frustration here from the Lions.
So Irmois Destiny at the line to shoot the initial foul free throws. And the first is good, and it's a 9-point lead for the Knights. And the second goes up and in. And it looks like they're going to hand out another technical foul. I'm not sure who was on. It looked like he was possibly Irmois Destiny. So now Brandon Preddy's going to go to the line and shoot the technical free throw for the Lions.
I think I saw Griffin Lack Shane maybe chirping a little bit. I wasn't sure if it was on her, but I saw she was having a conversation with one of the Lions, so we'll see who it's on.
The technical foul going against Irmwan Destiny. She must have either said something to the official or one of the Lambton players.
I didn't see anything. That's just what I saw.
So Preddy's going to go to the line and shoot the technical free throw. And to correct back for the Lambton technical, that one went against Legacy Blackbird, so it wasn't against Janine Day, although she was very frustrated with the call.
Well, looking at that, when Brianna Pretty went to the line, there was definitely some chatter from the Knights bench, giving it to Brianna Pretty. So wasn't sure what started that, but nonetheless, Niagara up here by 9.
Game clock winding down here in the corner. That's a long 2 put in by Marissa Besselaire. And with 14 seconds left, Strawn's just going to run this clock out as NC will go 2-0 on the season against the reigning 2024 OCAA champs in the win here at home, and put themselves back tied up for the top of the West Division with a 12-2 record. 54-47 the final score here. Your final thoughts, Alex?
Great defensive effort here from Niagara. The offense was a little bit streaky at times, struggled in that first and second quarter, but in the second half of the game really got it going. Taryn Mitchell, her stock is trajectorying, going up, I should say. 4 of her last 5 games in double digits, around the 15-point plateau. Getting her going towards the postseason is going to be massive here for the Knights.
So NC comes out with a 7-point victory here at home against the Lambton Lions. A couple of technical fouls near the end of that game as it got a little bit chippy between these two rivals who have seen each other multiple times in playoffs and regular season in some very exciting matchups. Tonight was nothing short of that. Brianna Pretty with 26 points. She had 7 rebounds, led all scorers in this one. Next up was Maddie Bishop with 5. Lambton struggled from the field, 19 of 63 shooting. Pretty was incredible here tonight and got some other big points, including that one from Marissa Besselaire. She had 4 off the bench. For the Knights, you talked about T. Mitch had 15. Very good shooting from three-point range. She had 3 in that one. And Janie Harrison with a quiet game, but got into double digits. She had 11. Irmwan Destiny with 9. Destiny Paquin with 9 as well. Points coming in flurries for the Knights tonight, but their defensive effort here this evening was the big difference. So for myself, Noah Vogel, he was Alex Vanden Hack. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for the men's slate when the Niagara College Knights take on the 5-10 Lambton Lions. We'll be back for that shortly.